Did your grandmother or grandfather do something that was historically significant and then never tell you about it? I've got a story for you from my own family that I can't wait to tell you about women helping in the war effort during World War II. At first glance, I thought my grandmother was part of a softball team or some other recreational activity. And I put the photo away and didn't think about it for a while until I found a scrapbook page that had more details on it. Wait till you hear about this. Hi, I'm Molly Bartelt, a photo estate planner with Pixologie. We're your go-to experts in motivation and education about photo saving apps, software, and tools. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the things that I love about looking in old family photos. The historical things that you find out about your ancestors that you might never have known. So I'm sharing my grandmother's story today in hopes that you'll go dive into the bins and boxes of old photos from your family and see what you can find out there. First of all, there's two things to know about my grandmother. The first thing is that she was born in the Stevens Point, Wisconsin area, somewhere around 1913, I think. And she was 31 years old when she first got married in 1944. She actually went to school to become a nursing assistant and traveled down to Milwaukee where she lived with friends in an apartment for quite a few years. A few months ago, my mother gave me a box of photos that had a scrapbook in it and a bunch of loose pictures. And this picture here was loose in the box, and I figured, well, was my grandma in a softball team? Was she doing something recreational with her girlfriends? I had no idea. It was with the negative, so I figured it must have been important, but when I asked my mom what she thought it could be, my mom didn't know either. Alright, so like with any mystery photo, sometimes you set it aside, and a few months went along, and I actually picked up the scrapbook again to scan some of the photos in it. And lo and behold, the page that I came across is here. I'm showing it to you now. It says Supercharger Workers, June 1st, 1944. So, like the good history student I am not, I remember, well, that was during World War II, and you heard about Rosie the Riveter and how women served in factories, and I was curious, did my grandmother actually work in World War II in Milwaukee in a factory? I looked up Supercharger Workers, and there's not much listed. But what I did find was this article from the Library of Congress, and it said, Women in War, Supercharger Plant Workers. The female war worker enters a new field. Women employees in a large Midwest supercharger plant handling the crating of superchargers with speed and skill. This was the description of a picture that was on file in the archives at the Library of Congress. And it happened at Alice Chalmers Manufacturing Company right here in Milwaukee. My grandmother must have worked for some period of time, which I don't know how long it was, as a supercharger worker. So fascinating. And Alice Chalmers, which is no longer around today, is a huge part of the Milwaukee history, and any of us who have relatives that were, working and living in Milwaukee in the 30s, 40s, and 50s definitely were impacted by that company. Unbeknownst to me or my mother, my grandmother was a part of the war effort in Milwaukee, like many other women. Just think if she didn't have those photos in a scrapbook, or if someone along the way had thrown this scrapbook away, we would never know. The story would be lost to time. So I'm really grateful to have the scrapbook and for this opportunity to tell you a little bit more about supercharger workers. So you might want to know, what is a supercharger? I didn't know. So supercharger is the generic term for an air compressor used to increase the pressure or density of air entering an engine, providing more oxygen with which to burn fuel. So a supercharger is kind of like a engine component, I guess you would say. And that's what my grandmother was a part of history making. In another photo from the Library of Commerce, we see women buffing small, delicate airplane engine parts. The listing here notes that they are wearing protective head coverings and comfortable slack suits. Slack suits! That is the name of what my grandmother was wearing in that photo. I don't know why, but I was excited to learn that. And we have another photo here that talks about the supercharger plant workers. A plant foreman points to 20-year-old Annie Tabor as one of their best lathe operators despite her lack of previous industrial experience. October of 1942. Here we have women working on the line, and what a fantastic piece of history that we have here. And I don't know, if I didn't bring it up here, would any of us be talking about supercharger women workers during World War II? You can't imagine what secrets your pictures are holding and what pieces of history will be lost if we don't take the time to study it and maybe talk with the family who are still alive that might know the stories. I'm about certain that you have photos right now in boxes or bins tucked away somewhere, or you know some family member who has them. And you guys need to go dig those out and find the pictures that tell about your family's history during major world historical events. Time and technology and even natural disaster are waiting to steal our memories away. And today's the day. Leave a comment below if you have a photo that tells something about history and how your family was involved in it. I'd love to hear it. Time's a wasting, and before you know it, the chance to learn about those stories may be gone forever. It's time to get your pictures into a photo estate. I've got a link above that has our process broken down so that you can start creating your own photo estate to preserve these very important moments of time and memories of your family. If you liked my grandma's story, please leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear about the latest in photo saving apps and tools and techniques. We definitely will be back. See you the next time.